Supply and demand is an excellent example of the relationships between linear equations. Supply is a resource that is made available. As the price of that resource goes up, production increases to supply more of it. However, if the price gets too high, demand, which is a desire for that resource, can go down. So manufacturers and businesses want to make the price of the resource as high as possible without sacrificing the demand. The point at which that occurs is an optimum point. In general, an optimum point is a point where the best decision or most effective decision is made for a particular scenario. And as we progress in this chapter, we are introduced to optimization problems that address the process of finding the best element from a set of alternatives. Typically, for supply and demand, the variable P can be used to represent the price of a commodity or resource, that's the supply, and Q represents the quantity or demand for that resource. So for this problem we have, suppose the linear equation Q is equal to 500P minus 900, that's in dollars, represents the supply for lithium needed to produce batteries. Suppose the linear equation Q equals negative 300P plus 700 represents the demand for lithium batteries. Determine the optimum point at which to sell the lithium, that's the dollar amount, and the quantity to produce. So you can see right here, Q, that represents the quantity that we're looking to produce, and P represents the price at which to produce them at. Now, since this is a relationship, we're going to write it as a system of linear equations. We have Q is equal to 500P minus 900, and we have Q is equal to negative 300P plus 700. Now, each of these equations is already solved for one of the variables Q, so we're just going to go ahead and make them equal to each other so then we could solve for P. So I'm going to write 500P minus 900, and we'll make that equal to the other equation, which is negative 300P plus 700. So we can add 300P to either side, and then we could add 900 to either side. So this will give us 300P plus 500P. That's going to be equal to 700 plus 900. 300P plus 500P, that's 800P. And 700 plus 900, that's 1600. Divide either side by 800, and the price should be $2. We then take this value, slug it in for either one of these equations, and solve for Q. We'll go ahead and we'll do it for the first one here. So then Q is going to be equal to 500 times 2 minus 900. 500 times 2, that's 1,000, minus 900. So the quantity should be 100. So for this scenario, the price for the lithium should be $2. And the quantity they should make with that is 100. So this is an excellent example of showing a price point at which they can produce the most at the highest price without sacrificing any of the quality. And there you go.